Alright guys, the moment you've been waiting for. We are disassembling Chris Ladd's 96 Mystic. And this car is pretty rough. The paint wise, nothing against you Chris, but the other painters just kind of did a shitty job. For one, you can see on these side skirts that we disassembled that the paint is just flaking off where they didn't even sand it at all. You can see, well, let me let it focus right here. It's right on the exhaust hole. And you know, Chris, we don't like flaking paint, and this is why people come across the country for us to do it, because we don't let shit go out like that. So this is the third paint job Chris has had on his 96, and it's going to be the last because we're going to do everything right. So we're taking the fenders off now. You can see in this front radiator cover engine bay area where they just like did a tape line right here, and that's still dirt. They didn't even clean it off. So we're going to repaint the entire engine bay and down here, because people like us, me and Brent, we notice that kind of stuff. And you can actually see that dirt right there when the hood's popped and the panel. So we're going to redo that. I'm going to talk to Chris. We might actually cut these off, because since he has a shaved engine bay anyway, there's no need for these ground wires right here, and it's just protruding right there, and it just catches my eye, and I'm sure other people will see it as well. So the side skirts are off. We're going to take the thing apart, cell panels out, all the weather strip mirrors, side scoop, we're actually putting a different side scoop on, tail light, spoiler, all that stuff. And you all seen the videos from the, or the mistakes from the other video, which I'm doing a mistake right now, which is trying to look up at the light. So anyway, this is dirty too, I remember that, yep. So we're going to show you guys as we go. And for you guys that commented on the wheels being backwards, Chris actually received those wheels with the tires mounted from CCW. And he told them the issue, you know, well before we uploaded the video on YouTube. And they said they would not fix it or pay to have it fixed. So kind of left Chris on his own for that. So that's kind of shitty. So I don't know. So Chris is going to have to pay to get them swapped out of his own pocket, which is kind of shitty when you spend $5 grand on wheels and tire combo. So we're going to take the hood off and do the underside of the hood. You guys are going to love this car. We're going to video a lot of it. We're going to video a little bit of us taking apart, but nothing major, just because we're in a time crunch. Not that we're rushing on it, but we're American, but it just takes way too much time. I'm already backed up on the videos, as you guys know. So if I get 50 gigs of us taking the car apart, you know, that's just going to be a longer wait for you guys to actually see progress being done on it. So we're going to take the fenders off and some other stuff, and then we'll be back and check in. Alright, so we found more problems. See how they actually did not take these out. Look at that. Brent took that off in 2 seconds. And they didn't take any of this off when they painted it. And you can see right there the line, which creates a clear coat line. And then that's why the paint starts flaking after a couple years. But you can see where the second paint job it's got, they actually took this out. So we're taking everything off right now. Chris already brought it to us with back panels out, rear seat out, because he did the rear seat dellet, which you all are going to love. And the door panels are off, so it just kind of makes it that more quick. So the car is not going to be 100% complete when we're done with it. But we're not showing everything taken apart, but I promise you guys, we will show everything assembling it. And I think that's what you guys enjoy the most. I know me and Brent enjoyed that the most, when we actually build the car back fresh and actually get to see it when it's totally done. So it is Fuck Around Friday, and Brent's getting ready to go fuck around with Amanda. He's going to go work out with her, and then they're going to go back to her place and really work out. And then, yeah. So we're about done for today, and finish this stuff up tomorrow in the morning, and we'll be back. So the video's not over, but today is over. So we're going to continue, but it'll be the next day. So we'll see you guys tomorrow, which is in a couple seconds. So Brent and I did not watch the Super Bowl.
No, we were watching Megalodon Monday though. No, it was Spinosaurus Sunday instead of.
Yeah, so today's Monday, and we didn't really watch the Super Bowl, but we watched the Jurassic Park commercials. So if any of you guys like that, drop a comment down. So anyway, we got Chris's car totally disassembled now. We just took off for the whole weekend, and we got the Mystic parts. Brent's scuffing some edges, and then we went ahead and cleaned some parts. You can clearly see how wavy this aftermarket spoiler is now. See the waves in it, cellulite. And then here's a correct original spoiler, and it's not wavy. So Steve, you did good. So this is his deck lid as well. You can still see where they filled in this area for the license plate. It shrunk. I don't know if you can see it right there, right in that light. You can see that right there like that. So I'm going to sand it down, block it, and prime it, and it shouldn't shrink anymore since this has been done for a while. So I'll do some body work on that, body work on the spoiler. All these have these cracks. Most of you guys are probably familiar with these. You take them on and off, they crack right here.
Well, scratched too.
Yeah, well, they're scratched. It doesn't matter if they're scratched, Brent. It's cracked. So there's really no fixing these. You fix them 1,000 times, they're going to crack every time you put them on. So that's just how they are. So we'll sand them down, prime them, but they'll probably come back. So got all the hood hinges off, everything off. Did last time, side scoops out. Now on this side, guys, we're gonna Chris wanted me to delete the door lock, so we're doing keyhole delete on the passenger side. So it's gonna be different. So anyways, I'm gonna backplate it, weld it up. I gotta tap it in first, then spread some Bondo on it, prime it today. You can see right here where someone has previously done body work. You can see it. Let me see. Maybe I'll go at this angle. See if we can see this. There's like lines in it. See that right here? It's like mud where it shrunk. So anyway, you can tell that this quarter panel has been painted 3 different times. You know, this being the newest, the most recent that he got. Then the other tape line up here. And then also you can tell from this tape line where they did not take the cell panels off. And then you can see this tape line where they painted the clips. So this quarter panel's been 3 times. This other side just looks like the second time because of the way that it's taped up. Actually, no, it's been painted up there too. So yeah, maybe the whole car's been repainted. I don't know, maybe it's hitting the ass end. Doesn't really look like it. Although this does look kind of bent down to me. I think it's kind of bent a little bit in like that. So I don't know, who knows. Just pisses me off though that they painted all these grommets and the bolts, and then they even painted these. That sucks. So I'm gonna throw some good ones in there, even though you don't see it. I just hate that shit. So Chris, I'm doing you solid. I'm gonna go ahead and jam this. I know we didn't really talk about it, but it's gonna take another, you know, 30-40 minutes to prep and paint. And that way, when you pop your trunk, you're not looking at a bunch of grit and grime. So I'll just tape it all the way down here, because you do see a little bit of this when you pop the trunk. So we're gonna take care of that for you. In here, let's see here. Here's the 87 Celine fenders we primed. Then I have some primer warming up right there. And then I have Christian's front spindles for the Fox body. So I'm gonna clear coat these. I just based it with the VHT, my gray that I always use, the TKO gray. And let them dry, and then I'll clear coat them. And they'll be good as new. So then we have Chris's hood right here. So we're going Mr. Chrome, and then in here we're going to keep it just regular black, no clear coat, flat, kind of like Celine did, exactly like I did on Klein Dalton's car. His Tiffany blue, I did the same thing under that. So I did paint that car, by the way, even though he doesn't really tell anyone that I did. But anyway, got to fill these in. Chris made a mistake and started drilling up here. So luckily he didn't on that side. He just marked the holes. So I got to fill those in, prime that area. And then that's it. We got Brent got the Celine running over here. So it's good. It's running like shit though. This is how Christian bought it. It's kind of messed up. Got the engine partially assembled. All the brackets painted. Control arms, brand new ball joints, K-member painted, alternator painted. Went ahead and did the block like this kind of like factory gray look. Repainted the dipstick. And then we're gonna shoot these dust covers that go on the spindles black. And then this black, and we're gonna do the battleship gray, TKO gray on the side right here. And then paint the power steering bracket and power steering pump gloss black. We did get a special TKO delivery today. We got a Maxim Motor K member, and then we got a Maxim Motorsport. What are these? I guess this is the rest for the coilover setup for Steve's car. So we got those. They're late. The other Maxim Motorsport stuff came like 3 weeks ago, so maybe it's on back order. I'm not really sure, but that's all taken care of, Steve. It's all here now. So yeah, that's what we're getting into today. So I'm gonna do some welding, and we'll be back, I guess. So stay tuned.